What's up, everyone? Sorry about that. My wife changed our Wi-Fi password, and I forgot I had to do that on this laptop. So enjoying that California sun, bro. How are you? How's it going, everyone? So this is a live stream. Toyota Jeff and I usually do these live streams like once a month or so, but I paid for this subscription, so I'm like, might as well do it more than once a month for myself and just see how things are. So probably once a week, maybe once every other week, I will be doing live streams. And yeah, I think it's cool. I did a post the other day on the community tab here on YouTube and asking you guys what day you thought was the best. And majority said Thursday, and figured I'd wait till a good amount of you were done with work. So if you guys have any questions about anything, there's no real topic or source or subject, I guess I should say, here for this live stream. So whatever you want, send it into the comments and I'll answer the question and elaborate on it a little bit to as much knowledge as I can. Do you think the Tundra, Tom says, do you think the Tundra will ever get tow hooks? So I hope so. Some companies have already DM'd me about this and said that they're already making some for it. They like bolt right up. I have no idea why Toyota didn't do this. It's very, very annoying that they didn't do this. Their excuse was that it saves on gas mileage. The truck doesn't get incredible gas mileage. Like if it was in the 30s and we're like, okay, tow hooks is a difference of like 2 miles per gallon. Sounds good, Toyota. But yeah, I hope they do. I really hope they do stock, but I know aftermarket companies are definitely working on it. Yeah, you guys like that? So the RRWs video will be coming out. I have them on both sides. I have the protection rings on the driver's side, and then just this street look right here on the back, or on the passenger side, I should say. And spoiler alert for all you guys in this, it doesn't rub. Like it doesn't rub, which is crazy. This is my wife asking, how much does the Lexus cost? You need to close a couple deals, girl. There you go. But yeah, about 104 grand. I'm going to try to keep up with you guys as much as possible. Toyota Jeff says, what's your favorite vehicle you own right now and why? My favorite, the favorite has to be the 4Runner just because of its nostalgia. I love the 4Runner. It was my first vehicle ever, was a second-gen 4Runner. So I have a soft spot for 4Runners, but my most enjoyable vehicle to drive just because of power and modern technology that it has is the Tundra. The Tundra is awesome, awesome to drive. This is dumb. This is funny. Why can't you play poker in Africa? Because they're all cheetahs. Okay, there's our laugh for the night. There's our laugh for the night. Do I consider the Tundra game-changing now that it's been out for a while? Not in the sense of Toyota, or I'm sorry, not in the sense of other vehicles like the F-150, the Sierra, Silverado, Ram. Competing with those, no. But revolutionary for us Toyota enthusiasts, yes. That's the biggest thing with this truck for Toyota people. And true Toyota enthusiasts and like loyalists are super pumped about that truck. Yes, it doesn't have the V8, but other than that, a lot of people are really pumped about that truck and what it has to offer. It's still a bit old in a sense, like some of the analog gauges, just things about the truck aren't as modern as other brands, but to a Toyota purist going from like a second gen to this gen, it's not like crazy game changing in that sense, but it is a very nice upgrade in my opinion, at least. You think you could keep your mud flaps on with the Westcott lift? I don't know. So these are -12 offset on this with these 285s and stock, like, because the truck is completely, or the 4Runner is completely stock right now, it would touch. So it would like really touch the mud flaps if it was on. When I put the Westcott lift on, it may be close, but I'm just going to leave it off. And I completely forgot to take the back ones off. yeah, I don't get it either. Even the new GMC AT4, like that truck, super nice. The Ram Rebel, the Ford F-150s, like they all have tow hooks. I mean, I don't understand why. 90% of the time, 95% of the time, you're never going to use those front tow hooks. But it takes that one time that you need them, that you're pissed that your truck didn't have it. I really think, yeah, it's long overdue, the video for that truck of things that irk me about it with my Tundra. So that just keeps adding to why I need to make that video. But yeah, I don't get it. All the other brands have it. Will 17-inch TRD wheels from a 4Runner fit on the new Tundra? Don't want the stock 20s or the Pro wheels. So they should. They are the same pattern and everything. They are the same. I think it's like 139 point something. I don't know. You can swap out all these tires. The difference is the bolt size. So the hubs are all the same. They're all hub centric. It's all the same ratio and stuff. I think that's the right word for the hubs, but your bolts are different. So I can't take these RRWs that I put on this. I can put them on my Tundra, but I can't secure them down with the same lug nuts, the lug nuts. So you would have to have lug nuts for the size of the Tundra, and those should fit around the 4Runners or the Tundra's bolts for their hubs. Yeah, no worries, Tim. So I don't have photos or anything, guys. It's just us talking. Sorry if it gets boring, but if you guys have questions, you know, I'm here to just answer them. Probably be on for like 30 minutes or so, 45 minutes. And then we have that, I believe it's tonight, the live GR event that's going on too. John, are RRWs offered in 16-inch size? I don't think so. So I think all they have right now is 17-inch, and I don't think they have 18-inch yet. I know there's maybe some talks and stuff for the future of their company. Like it's going to be huge. Very awesome to start doing stuff with them, like the group buy that's coming up. Group buy for these wheels, guys, is going to be awesome. So if you guys are in the market for this, for these wheels, for the RR6s or RR7s, those are what we're going to be like really heavily pushing for this group buy. It's going to be pretty good discount for that. So very excited with them. Yeah, and they look absolutely awesome. Do we know for sure if the 2023 4Runner will be completely redesigned, or will the redesign be pushed to 2024? So model year 2023, which means this year, heavy rumors. I mean, nothing is official yet. Nothing's official for this new 6th gen 4Runner at all, or 2023. So, but gut feeling, what I've been saying for over a year or two now about this one, I feel, well, no, maybe a year, especially this year because of COVID and all that other crap. But, well, and last year. But anyways, I think that the 6th gen 4Runner will be delayed one more year as per that PowerPoint that they sent out pre world shutting down, basically. So that PowerPoint showed the Tundra. I missed my finger. It showed the Tundra. It showed the Sequoia. It showed the 4Runner, like all three of those body on frame vehicles within the same year. It didn't say if those were the release or if it was announcements of it, but gauged on when the Tundra actually released and gauged on when the Sequoia is rumored to release in the summertime, it makes sense that Toyota was hopefully ambitiously planning to launch all three of those body on frame vehicles this year. But we've seen the Sequoia, we've obviously seen the Tundra, and haven't had any updates at all about the 4Runner. So again, I think the 4Runner is delayed. I think the 5th gen is coming out for a freaking 13th year in a row for 2023. So yes, it's been refreshed, but I think if you guys are holding off for one more year of 5th gen, I think you'll be okay. Don't quote me on it, but I think you guys would be okay. Jeff, I'd rather see a Tacoma redesign, or would I rather see a Tacoma or a 4Runner redesign? Which one needs it the most? So weirdly, the Tacoma, even though that it came out in 2016, I believe the 3rd generation came out in 2016, and the 4Runner's 5th generation came out in 2010. I feel that the Tacoma just there's so much competition in that small truck market with the even smaller ones like that Ford Maverick, the Honda Ridgeline. Like even those aren't like full body on frame trucks, but the Ranger Raptor that's coming out, the Ranger itself, the GMC Canyon, like even though they're not incredible vehicles, they're still decent competition. The new Nissan Frontier, a lot of people are going over there for the Nissan Frontier to Nissan. So I think honestly the Tacoma, even though it was refreshed like earlier than the 4Runner and the newer generation, I really think that the new Tacoma actually needs to come out first. Ironically, it's weird. But with that though, I think that the new Tacoma that's going to come out, it needs to be just like my first gen Tundra was. It needs to have a bigger cab. It needs to have a bigger bed. And it just needs to be like a bigger truck in just so many different dimensions. Because like when I get into the Tacoma, it's small. So I think if Toyota just goes that first gen Tundra route in size and keep the same width that the Tacoma is now, but make the cab a little bit bigger, a little bit more, not bubbly, but just taller, and just go really off the dimensions of the first gen Tundra, knock it out of the park. The Tacoma would be so good. We'll have a supercharger for 20/2022 when Magnuson. They should be the same motors. For the 2022 Tundra, I mean, it's turbocharged. If that's what you mean, Brian, I'm not sure. But the 4.0 and the 4Runner and the 3.5 and the Tacoma have been the same forever. So that should work with those. Watch your wing, Maverick. Have you seen the recent trailer there, Jeff? The recent Top Gun trailer. I think it came out yesterday or the day before that. Shout out from Canada. Mitch, what's up? Thank you for watching, man. In my opinion, what is the best 2022 Tundra trim for the money? That's hard. Because like my SR5 is the equivalent essentially of a Limited without some of the features that a Limited has. So you can get my SR5 basically the same as a Limited for $2,000 less. The only thing you don't get is heated seats and the JBL. The Limited starts to add up on money when you add the panoramic moonroof and everything. To be completely honest, I think that the most bang for your buck truck is probably just a normal SR5 TRD off-road, because you get all the off-road features. You get the locker, crawl control, multi-terrain select. Any package with the TRD off-road package is a very good one, at least for my audience. But the most luxury and that would be the 1794. It's a very nice interior. And I know I'm going all over the place for your question, but the Limited's a good middle ground. So if you want a little bit of luxury and a little bit of ruggedness, the Limited would, I guess, be the best bang for your buck. But definitely if you're trying to save money but get a good amount of features, and a well-equipped SR5 would be the way to go, especially after Toyota starts to get more and more vehicles. It's not just whatever shit is like there on the dealership lot and you have to get it. Like if you're able to, talk with a salesman like 3-4 years down the road and say, hey, I want this truck. I don't want all these options. The technology package would be cool and the TRD off-road package. Okay, cool. Here's your truck. That is more ideal. And in right now's market where they're pretty much throwing everything at these trucks for the most part, probably a Limited would be the best bang for your buck in terms of luxury and some ruggedness, a Limited TRD off-road. I hope that answered your question. So my wife says, after having the SR5 for a few weeks now, it's been a few months, dude, is the TRD Pro worth it? So the TRD Pro is only worth it if you care about the exclusiveness of that truck and the color. I don't know. It's hard. It's a hybrid, so it's completely different. But I am going to miss this SR5 when we do get rid of it for a TRD Pro. But I don't think that the TRD Pro is worth it right now, in the sense of you really have everything that you can get on a limited or a 1794 or an SR5 that the TRD Pro offers, and you can add suspension and tires to it. But the looks of the TRD Pro, if you want the special edition color, like you want the solar octane, then yes, it's worth it in that sense and with resale value. Okay, so this goes back to Brian's question. I'm sorry, Byron. My bad, dude. His question about the Magnuson. I had no idea about that with the ECU being different. That must have to do with the whole Toyota Safety Sense stuff, because there's probably different stuff wired into the ECU. So I actually did not know that. I assume hopefully soon, because that's a big market that they're missing out on. But I haven't heard anything. And the 2023 TRD Pro color was leaked today, and it's going to be, bleh. What is it going to be? So made a video about that. I really hope it's black cherry, or if it's a blue like this, like a heritage blue. I mean, I know it's not much different than cavalry blue, but I think that would be a good way to go out. Another thing, too, with thinking that the 2023 is going to be a 5th gen again, 4Runner will be on its 40th year come next year. So if they release the 6th gen 4Runner in the 40th anniversary, that's another thing too that I'm thinking about, that I think that it would be next year. Jeff says that the TRD Pro is worth it if it fits your budget. Plus you can sell it for a ton more than what you bought it for, probably. Yeah, especially in this market and just how TRD Pros are. I do agree with that. So that goes back to the statement of the exclusiveness of it, the color. If you really want it for the color, if you really want it for the camo interior, and you just don't want to do too much to it, but still off-road it and have a great time because it's already built up with the Fox suspension and stuff, then yeah, it's 100% worth it. So the cool thing though that they're doing this year with non-special edition colors, so the Lunar Rock, Midnight Black, and White, it's cool that they offer a red interior, because you can get all those colors on all the other Tundra models, trim levels, but you cannot get the red interior. I know a lot of people don't like the red interior. I think it's really cool, but that is a little exclusive thing too for a non-exclusive color TRD Pro, is that they will offer a red interior. And I'm not even going to comment on this one. Jeff, stop drinking out there, dude. Yeah, we'll get it for the color. Solar octane. Yeah, I don't know on this one, Richard. So I hope with some of these new trucks that they're charging a $425 upcharge on paint, that this is done. But I could go, and it would kill me, I could go like this on my 4Runner and scratch it. I hit a mailbox backing out of my freaking driveway because I'm an idiot, and the paint just peeled off my back bumper. So Toyota's paint is not the best. You definitely want to protect it. They have some great colors, but their paint is not the best, especially their gloss ones like this, not the best. Their metallic ones are a little bit better, except for the white that had an issue. They're super white, but yeah, I have no idea why their paint is not the best. It's so thin. It's just such thin paint. Heck yeah, dude. Congrats on the new Tacoma. That's awesome. I'll have more Tacoma mods and stuff coming, guys. I have a huge palette from Westcott Designs coming. So more stuff coming for the Tacoma. Got to put the roof rack on it still from LFD, bed stiffeners, skid plate. The different wheels have just gone on it. I really just need to get it aligned and do some trimming too, but tons of stuff coming from the Tacoma. I know the Tacoma on my channel doesn't really do that well. I don't care, because I'm trying to build up the audience of Tacoma before this 4th gen comes out. So the Tacoma on this channel, strangely, is like my 1st gen Tundra. I thought it was going to do really good. But it just, every video that I post, it gets a couple thousand views, which I'm thankful for. But it's not like the second, or it's not like my 3rd gen Tundra or any videos that I do on this 4Runner that really take off. So, but yeah, dude, congrats on that. I'm getting a Tacoma Trail Edition tomorrow. That'll be very cool. So I can compare the Trail Edition with the TRD Off-Road. I think it would be very, very cool. Mauricio says, what's up, John? Big fan of your content. Can't wait for those Tundra mods you have planned. Dude, I know. I can't wait either. So with this just new vehicle and being in Florida, man, like I really wish I was still in Arizona for like this new truck. But it's taken a minute to get some things. Just got the WeatherTech floor mats in finally. I have a screen protector for the huge 14-inch screen that I'll be installing. Lights coming from Heretic. That'll be cool. New wheels for the truck eventually coming. They're being shipped, and those will hopefully be here. I went with black, so, well, hopefully it's black. We'll see. It's kind of like what's available, but the plan is to go with black. So I know a lot of individuals in that video really liked the bronze, and they really liked black. Gunmetal was very high up there, but with RRW, gunmetal is only, I think, like -12 and -25. I really want a 0 offset on that truck. So and bronze, I got bronze now on the 4Runner and bronze now on the Tacoma. So hopefully it's black with whatever comes in. And then we got the Westcott Designs kit that just came in for that. And as stuff comes out, man, like definitely trying to get it as soon as possible for that truck. But I am excited. That truck is going to take whatever path it takes. It's not going to be like the way I want it. Like the way I did this 4Runner, it's for me. It's OEM plus. It's a mall crawl 4Runner. I don't give a crap about all the other crazy stuff with it because this is a daily for me. I enjoy daily driving this thing for when I do drive stuff, and it's not going to be a crazy overland build. If the Tundra takes that route, it takes that route. The Tacoma's plan is really to take that overland route, but the Tundra, whatever happens with it, and I'm excited. Did I look into the iBox Pro springs for the 4Runner when you're researching Westcott? I did. So my suspension on the 4Runner, it has like 30,000 miles on it now, and which is really low. But I think whenever I just do like a full spring or just full different suspension system for this 4Runner, I'm just going to kind of go the route like I did on the Tacoma, like full Old Man Emu BP51 kit or Radflow or something very nice on this instead of just like new springs or kind of the same-ish system. So I went with Westcott just because that's very popular, very easy to do. And I was just getting a lot of stuff already from them. So I was like, just throw that into. Ironically, the Tundra one is here, but the 4Runner one's not yet. But it fits. The tires fit. So, I mean, I don't even know if I want to run them, but I do want to lift the front end up to make it look better. Yeah, so the red is awesome in person. I think a lot of individuals that don't like the red just see it in photos, but the red is not vibrant and red like in person. It's a very subtle, kind of like if you took a red shop towel and put water on it and let all the red dye kind of bleed out. It's kind of like that. Almost, no, it's not pink, but it's a very faded red in person. Yeah, that's Mauricio is just talking about the paint again, answering the question. If I even look at my 4Runner's paint wrong, it starts to flake off. Yeah. Thanks, Jeff. See you later, dude. Have fun. Yeah, so these are coming, I promise. I got a press vehicle. I had other install stuff that I had to do, and I was transitioning from doing a job to this full-time now. So this live stream is kind of like the first day, I guess, of doing YouTube and stuff with Trail like full time. So I'm done doing real estate stuff for other individuals, doing it just for myself and my wife now, like whenever deals and whatnot come for Airbnbs, long-term rentals, other investments. But YouTube is now solely my main job. So I was focusing on getting all of our ducks in a row for the last couple of weeks just to make sure everything was going to be good. And these videos are coming. So in my office, in the house, God dang, it's hot in this garage. I have a calendar on it. So videos coming for the Tundra is install video for the screen protector stuff. When the wheels get here, putting those on, seeing if the truck will fit good with 35s with the type of offset I have. 17-inch tires, how much it clears the brake calipers We'll be putting the Westcott Designs kit on it, the Heretic lights when they come in. Still kind of talking back and forth with them. And yeah, a lot of other stuff. The 5 things I hate about it, 5 things I like about it, 2-month update video on it. So I have a lot of videos for it. I just need to do it. Oh, and going to the dealership and asking them why my center console is a piece of crap. So other than that, I have like 6-7 videos planned for that truck. Lion Runner says, don't buy a 4Runner to start with. I can't stop 4th now. Oh, yeah. An addiction, man. So I had a 2nd gen and now this one. And I will hopefully always have a 4Runner, just because when I got rid of my 4Runner because I wanted a truck, and then I got a Silverado, and then I really wanted a 4Runner again, like within the next week. So now, thankfully, awesomely, that I'm able to have like a full-size truck and the 4Runner. The best of both worlds are there. So, but I should hopefully always have a 4Runner in my collection, my Toyota garage. What's up, Jerome, man? The previous generations of Tundra was packaged differently from the States, from Canada. Do you think it's the same for the new gen? I believe it is. SR5s, like TRD off-roads and stuff up in Canada, you guys have like very cool steering wheels. You guys have the TRD Pro steering wheel in an SR5 if it's TRD off-road. There's certain little things here and there that you can get on some models that you can't in Canada, just like the 4Runner. So I find it very, very strange that is the case for those trucks. But yeah, it's very few things though. I don't know what the Elka suspension is. If you send another comment, Jerome, I can maybe help you out on that one. Paul asks, when can you order the hybrid Tundra at the dealership? So guys, ordering right now is kind of a myth, I guess. You can go into dealerships and put a reserve down and put, your ideal truck. So literally ordering a vehicle that you want specifically, unless things have changed in the last month, is a no-go. So you can say, hey, I kind of want this, I want that, and the dealership will see if that kind of truck is coming in. If it's not, you can get put on a wait list like a lot of other people. And then eventually when the truck comes in, few months, half a year, whatever from now, you can get it. But I know dealerships, Paul, right now that are taking orders, essentially just like what you want. And then if the dealership gets allocated that truck or something similar to that, then if you are that person's number in line for that truck, then it can be yours. So the whole ordering process with vehicles right now is very, very strange. Just like they have them online, right? You can custom build the truck online, but you can't really custom build the truck right now. Production is low. It's very hard for them even just to get some vehicles out there right now. They're going to start building the Sequoia too, which will probably slow down some other production somehow, some way with parts. So yeah, unfortunately, you can order it right now. It may not be everything that you want, but you can do that at dealerships right now. No, I am not. So for you guys that are just joining, I put the RRWs onto the 4Runner, 285 7017 Nitto Ridge grapplers wrapped around it. And at full lock, it is like half an inch, maybe even smaller than that, away from the body mount. I took the mud flaps off, no issues with it. Even when I was taking some photos too of it with like kind of the 4Runner up a little bit, it didn't rub. The only spot that it rubs is right up front. So right up front, down there, like at the very bottom, it rubs just a little bit. And all I have to do is just trim back that plastic and it's good to go. I'm surprised that it actually worked that well. Here you go, Jerome. Lion Runner got it for you, dude. So he said he did the 2.5 on his TRD off-road, and by far better than the TRD Pro Fox suspension. So that's pretty good. Because the Fox suspension for me is better than this Bilstein kit. The Fox is very soft, a little bit too soft, but Fox is very good. Alan says that he's tempted to trade in his 2019 4Runner TRD Off-Road Premium to get a Pro. He bought it for $36 back in 2019, which is a pretty good price, even in 2019. But the dealer is willing to $57,000, even though it has 38,000 miles on it, bro. All right, so if you can get a TRD Pro, like a brand spanking new one, for 55, 56, I mean, well, MSRP on those is like 58, I think now. But even still, dude, to be positive equity, I'd do that. I'd do that. If you're going from a 2019 into the 2021, 2022 4Runner and it's a TRD Pro, 100% take that, especially if your car payment goes up just a little bit, or the positive equity that you have. If it doesn't change anything, I would do that in a heartbeat, because at the end of the day, another 4 years from now, that TRD Pro will be worth more than in a TRD off-road equivalent of that, especially if it's the special edition color. So yeah, do it. Definitely do it. I do it. Do I have the Westcott design lift on it now? No, this is completely stock right now. The front is just a little bit lower than where I want it to be. That's really the only reason why I put the Westcott lift on. But no Westcott lift on the 4Runner right now. Clears the 285s because it is the TRD Pro suspension, so it's up just a little bit. But yeah, no, nothing on it right now. Yeah, I should go out there. I don't know if my Wi-Fi would make it all the way out there, but yeah, that'd be nice. Or in the Lexus with the AC seats on. My back's sweating. It just got hot too. It's been like 76, 77 degrees today. It was super humid this morning, but then it went away and it was a beautiful day. But now just sitting in the garage, it is very hot. John says the Engineer Automotive Press channel, David, just did a video on 10 reasons to buy the current 4Runner, and it was good. Did not realize it's manufactured. Yeah, dude. So it's manufactured in Japan. The Lexus LX that I've been driving, it's manufactured in Japan. And being in those vehicles, you can tell they're so tight. Like everything is put together so well in a Toyota product made from Japan. I mean, granted, it's only been the 4Runner and a couple Lexuses that I've been in, but everything that I've been in, and the Land Cruiser, but everything that I've been in from Japan, super tight. I need to see that video because I have a video of the polar opposite of that as like 5 reasons not to buy a Tundra right now or 4Runner, but I didn't know he did that, so that's very, very cool. All right, so for everyone new that's jumping in right now, we're just doing the live stream probably for another 25, 30 minutes or so, and just answering questions. So nothing new, or just answering questions of things that you guys want answered. I will answer them to the best of my knowledge. So just send them in as a comment and I will try to get to everyone. You guys can also answer each other in the comment section if you need to. Sam says, what's up, John? Oh, sorry. Hi, John. Greetings from Philly. Just picked up a 2019 4Runner TRD Pro in Voodoo Blue. Killer color, man. Voodoo Blue has been growing on me so much with our Tacoma. I'm looking forward to many years of service. Your channel is awesome. Keep up the great content. Thanks, man. Appreciate it. I got tons of beginner video 4Runner stuff for you guys on this channel. Nothing crazy for the 4Runner, but a lot of stuff, especially for a 2019, because you may want to change out the headlights, the LED interior lights, whatever you want. Simple stuff too that I've DIY'd on the 4Runner. But congrats, man. That's awesome. Waiting for your 2022 SR5 XP comes in on the 9th. Nice, Roland. That should be pretty cool with like the blacked out badging and black wheels and stuff. That should be really nice. Yes. So Chase asks, have I considered methods? That's honestly what I was going to buy for the Tundra. And I almost purchased them. But this thing came up where with RRW, with this whole group buy thing and making content on the channel about the stuff. So wanted to go then that route instead. And I saw a lot of Tundras. I shouldn't say a lot of Tundras, but a few Tundras on Instagram with RRWs on it, and it looked really, really good. No issues with methods. A lot of the early Tundras that had been built had methods on them, and the ones that I wanted, one, they were on back order, but two, almost every built Tundra, like Adventure Motors KC, the Blue Tundra 22 or Blue TRD 22 on Instagram. He's out in California. Like a lot of the cool, awesome built Tundras had those exact methods on it. So that's kind of then another reason why I steered away from the methods. But I was really then looking at polished methods. But that comment did not go over too well in my wheels video for the Tundra, because I thought polish would look good with it, but then I would have kept the chrome grill and everything. But yeah, I did consider, to answer your question, I did consider methods for a while for that truck, even before I really had it, just thinking about methods. But yeah, a lot of people have been running them on that truck, so I just kind of wanted to change it up. And it sucks because now I got to wait longer while those wheels have been sitting in my garage for a month now. But yeah, methods, they do look good, and they're classic. I mean, they're established, very good company. But yeah, I'm not doing them on the truck, unfortunately. One day I will do methods on something because I've loved them for a while. Toyota's doing their live stream tonight, 9:30, 8 EST, to reveal the 2023 GR Corolla. So yeah, so tonight Toyota is revealing that car. It was kind of hush-hush for a while of what car it was until they released their recent YouTube video, the detective one. And it showed a lot of stuff about Corolla. And effectively, we now know that it's a Corolla. The stats, though, guys, is going to be pretty cool. So I'll if I get to edit it, I may have a video tonight for you guys on it with all the information, or just an Instagram post. But the stats on that car is very cool. And the rumors that people were thinking of it are kind of true, but like with a twist. So it's a very driver-focused car, which is awesome. And I love that the GR brand is staying driver-focused. Like TRD, don't get me wrong, I enjoy the TRD Pro. The TRD Off-Road is great, but TRD has kind of like morphed its way into badging. It's literally badging. I mean, you have a TRD Avalon, you have a TRD Camry, you have a TRD whatever, but this GR brand, so with the Supra, even though there's no manual like currently for it, it's a great driving car. Even though it's BMW in a sense, Toyota tuned that car. It's a great car. The new 86, people rant and rave that is one of the best driver-focused cars out there and available right now. And this new Corolla that's coming, when you guys see all the information that this car has to offer, yeah, it's very, very cool. And if I had the cash for it, just to have a fun little tuner car or something, yeah, it would definitely be a contender up there because it's a hatchback. It's functional. It's 4 doors, which is functional. And it's going to be a ripper, which is very cool. Lion Runner says, "Hey John, what do you think about front lockers for the 4Runner? Little scared if it could damage the rods or axles." So I know this is a big thing for people to really want to put front lockers in the vehicle. I don't know. I've heard good and bad about it. But personally, to me, it'd be like you really, 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 really need it. And if you have a front bumper on your vehicle with a winch, I mean, you can winch out of things. I personally would probably not mess with that to an extent of a good driving vehicle. If it was an older vehicle, like an old 2007 FJ that was kind of wrecked and you were putting new undercarriages under it, like front axle and stuff, like a straight front axle, like you're totally redoing the whole car, then I would consider front lockers. But me personally, I wouldn't mess with it, bro. I really wouldn't. That's just me being scared. Some people will say, nah, John's a freaking idiot. Do it. You'll have no issues. But I wouldn't mess with a newer modern vehicle like that. Check your Facebook page, Sam. If you're on Facebook, I hate Facebook, but if just look for local meetups, dude, go to your Cars and Coffee. Like, even though it's cars and coffee, you'll find a little SUV or a truck section to start talking to people with. And that's kind of how I started with stuff with our local Toyota people, and then found out that Yoda Mafia is next to us. And then we had a Facebook page, the Florida Toyota, or Off-Road Toyota Florida I don't know. It's F plot. Florida Panhandle Off-Road Toyotas, I think, is the name of ours. So it's just a bunch of dudes in our local area that just post on there sometimes. So I'm sure your area has something like that. Nathan says that he has a 2022 Tundra Limited. His interior temp seems off. All our other vehicles keep auto around 69. Nice. My Tundra, I have to keep the interior temp at like 61, 62. So personally, I haven't noticed this with mine just because it's been nice and cool. And honestly, I've had all the windows down almost every time I drive it. My wife usually puts her side to like 75, 80 with the heat, with the seat heater on. So we're kind of two polar opposites when we drive. I have noticed that with the Tundra, though, I do have the fan up a bit more. And personally, I've never ran AC on auto. I don't like it because in older vehicles, it would just be like fan all the way on, fan kind of off, fan in the middle. So I've never ran it on auto, so I can't attest to that issue. But I have noticed with my Tundra that I have to turn up the AC fan a bit more than I would like in my 4Runner. Luis G says, taking his Tacoma in for an oil change tomorrow. Dealer has a handful of Tundras, might ask for a test drive. Dude, do it and enjoy it. It'll be pretty cool. And if they try to buy your Tacoma for you or from you, just try to get a good price on it, man, and enjoy the Tundra. It's fun to drive. It feels like the Tacoma in kind of the small nimbleness of the truck, but it is a full-size truck. It's not as big as the outgoing generation. I feel that when I'm driving the truck, it's not as big as the outgoing generation, but it is a very nimble truck, especially with the electronic steering wheel. It's very nice. Everything about the truck is very good. The Tacomas now, even at MSRP, seem to be a bargain compared to the new Tundra. I mean, not the same truck, of course, but even the limited with all factory and really lit up, the accessories is still less than 50K. Yeah, it's crazy though, right? You're talking about an old Tacoma, not old, but you know, a 7-year-old platform basically now. Well, and with the same cab, but updated a little bit on the inside. That's like a bargain at under 50 grand, which is crazy because that 5-10 years ago, under 50 grand is like a fully loaded full-size truck. But now the way that the market has moved, now we're happy being under 50 grand for a small truck, which is absolutely insane. But I do agree with you though, on paper with those options, being under 50 grand for the Tacoma is nice, but every time I get in my Tacoma and I put it in reverse and that 360 camera pops up, garbage. The leather, not the best in the Tacoma. Some of the things in the Tacoma that you're getting in that limited platform basically are very nice features, don't get me wrong, but the technology and what you would get in, let's say, again, like an SR5 Tundra like mine, for 55, 56, yeah, that's a difference of 8 to 10 grand, but you're getting a very full-size truck. You're getting the Softex seats, which in my opinion are better than the leather on the Tacoma. The sound system in my Tundra, even though the speaker rattles a little bit, sounds just as good as my JBL. The bass doesn't hit as hard, but it still does sound good. And that 14-inch screen with the new camera system in my truck is so good. It's so crisp and so good. And every time I get in the 4Runner or the Tacoma, I see these just bad camera quality. It's so bad. But if you are in the market, John, sorry for the rant, and I hope I didn't take you down the wrong path. But if you're in the market and you're happy with that price for the Tacoma, definitely go for it. If you can find a cheaper used one, you could definitely go that route too. But usually used right now is the same price as new. But definitely good luck in looking for whatever you're looking for, man. Line Runner again says, thought on the TRD Sport. Don't get him wrong. He's a big fan of 4Runners, but don't like the TRD Sports. Wish they use the SR5 body style with the X-Ray suspension if you wanted more on-road comfort. Yeah, I kind of agree with that. The Sport is cool, but it's that limited body style for a cheaper price, which is nice. I don't know. I'm not a fan of the Sport. I mean, it's cool that it is an option. I like the hood scoop that it has mixed with the limited body. So it looks good in Lunar Rock and a couple of other colors, but it does not look good in Army Green. That's way too much color of Army Green for that vehicle. But yeah, I drove one in Georgia when I was up there for the Destination Outdoor event that we did last year, and it drove fine. I mean, I'm not crazy about the X-Ray suspension for on-road use. It's good, but nothing to like go out of your way for, in my opinion, to like make sure that you have the TRD Sport, unless you're like really, really, really solely on-road driving it, then it's very comfortable. All right, a few more questions. We'll be on for like 10, 15 more minutes, guys. And if this time too is not as good for a lot of you guys, like I know a lot of West Coast people in California is like 5 o'clock, right? Like you guys are just getting off of work. And a lot of people that watch my channel are from Texas and California and stuff. So if a different time works, just let me know down in the comments. Toyota was ahead of its time at a high cost but longer lasting truck. Yeah. So, okay. I mean, and I'm not sure if I'm understanding this question or statement the wrong way, but even though like Toyota's expensive now, like look at other trucks. I mean, people are comparing the TRD Pro at $66,805 compared to a Ford Raptor at $69,000 or $70,000, whatever the Raptor starts at. The Raptor is significantly better truck for off-road purposes. But the Raptor doesn't have crap in it. You put like one package on that Raptor, it's an $80,000 truck to $90,000 truck. The TRD Pro is more focused on like the Tremor, basically from Ford, and they're similar in price. But then you start to add the same stuff to the Ford, way more money. Same thing with like a XLT F-150 versus a SR5 Tundra or an LT Silverado. Like you guys start adding these packages onto trucks, like just don't take it for base MSRP. Like what I like about Toyota is that they give you a lot of stuff in the 1794 already. They give you the panoramic moonroof. They give you the leather. They give you like the wood grain, like all the 360 camera view, a lot of the bigger screen. A lot of that stuff is standard. And then you look at an F-150 King Ranch, it's more money to get to those standards. So Tim from Pickup Truck SUV Talk, he did a really good breakdown of this, like showing you guys that, yeah, cool, they're the same price, but you start to add all this stuff to the other trucks, other brands, and their prices are still crazy expensive. I mean, there's Ford F-150s for 85 grand, 90 grand. The most expensive Toyota is $78,000. So, and that's literally with everything pretty much that Toyota could throw at a truck. Yeah, definitely. And like we said earlier in this, John, the 2023 is most likely a a 5th gen 4Runner. So either one should be fine. They're probably going to still cost around the same, minus whatever MSRP they bump up the 2023 4Runner by, but it shouldn't be much. TRD Pro or Chevy ZR2 Silverado? The new Silverado, like with that redesign and what you get for the ZR2, I need to research it a bit more. But the ZR2 is pretty cool, man. I'm not going to lie. But I am going to go with the TRD Pro just because I've been in it, I've driven it, and it feels really good. And the hybrid motor is an incredible low-end torque motor. I believe the ZR2 only has the 6.2 liter, or it may have the 5.3. The 5.3 that I had in my Silverado was fast. It was a very good motor, and that 6.2 was even better. But the hybrid system, guys, I'm telling you, like everyone says, do you think this Tundra is a world beater, game changer? Not in the sense of just like the truck itself, like with some of the features it's lacking and other things, but the hybrid powertrain is what that world beater is. Like when you drive that, if you guys ever get to experience the hybrid powertrain, it's very, very, very good. Best 7 to 8 seater SUVs to consider, bro. You need like a Ford Econoline van, like a big van. Probably a Suburban, Chevy Suburban, man. You can't go wrong with an old Suburban or a GMC Yukon, the Ford Expedition XL. Those are long SUVs meant to have that many people. You can stuff 7 people into a new Sequoia, but it's going to be tight in the back seat. You could stuff 7, 8 people into a Tahoe, but it's going to be tight in the back seat. If you're at 7 to 8 people, you definitely need to consider those bigger SUVs, the Suburban, the Yukon, the Expedition. Even though it's not Toyota, I get that, but that's going to be the most comfort. Or let's go with Toyota, the Sienna. Even though it's a minivan, I know it ain't an SUV, but the Sienna is pretty cool with that hybrid motor. I mean, you're talking a minivan that gets MPG in the 30s, tons of room in it. That would be a very good option as well, the Toyota Sienna. Yeah, exactly. So like this, right? The Denali Ultimate, even though it looks very nice inside, very great quality, the Tundra is still significantly less by a few thousand. So, and that Denali, it only has a 7.2 liter, I believe. Actually, you can get in the diesel, which is pretty cool. But yeah, I mean, yeah, it's still. GR Corolla, yep, super stoked about that. Hopefully my video will be edited by the time you guys need to see it, I guess. But if not, I'll have all the information out on my Instagram. The stats and stuff for that new GR Corolla are pretty cool. So we all know it's a GR Corolla by the recent leaks that Toyota did with their YouTube video, just really showcasing a Corolla. So we're all detectives, right? So MT Bound says getting a new 2022 Crew Max with the TRD package. He has a 4-wheel camper. Wait, I'll have a 4-wheel camper in the bed. Any word on coil airbag inserts since the change to leaf springs? Not able to order TRD factory airbags altogether. I mean, there's tons of brands out there that have been making airbags for coil suspension setups in the past. I'm sure all they would need to do is just see what size springs that the Tundra is, and probably any old airbag system that would fit around those, or sorry, inside those springs would work. And a tip for this too, unless you've had it on other trucks, because our diesel truck was this way back in California because we had a 5th-wheel trailer. So my dad got airbags on that truck. Run the nozzles like for the airline hose and use it as your nuts to hold your license plate on. Pretty cool, because then you're back there and you can fill up both airbags in the back of your truck instead of like going up under a wheel well on one side, up under a wheel well on the other side. Just like right at the back of the license plate, just fill up the truck would be cool. But to answer your question, man, I would just get with airbag companies, like normal airbag companies out there, and just see what type of airbag would fit in the middle of your springs. And it won't be load sensing. It won't be all that stuff, just like the stock one is from Toyota, but it'll still do its job. Yeah, and then ZR2 gas mileage is awful. Holy crap, dude. I didn't even know that. That's really bad. So, I mean, yeah, I mean, the TRD Pro, I mean, if you're on it, you're going to get the same gas mileage, if not worse, right? Because it's a hungry turbocharged engine when you're putting the pedal down. But even the TRD Pro is combined 20, right? 19 in the city, 21 on the highway, 20 combined. So, I mean, yeah, even that's better. But again, right? Why does Toyota sell stuff with small tires? Why does Toyota not have the big fenders? Why does Toyota this? Why does Toyota that? I mean, right down to that, it's MPG. The ZR2 is badass. It looks cool. It's lifted up, bigger tires, like wider fenders, same with the Raptor and stuff, but their MPG isn't the best. And we're not off-roading them 24/7. If you are, that's awesome. I'm jealous, but we do have to drive on the road to get to some places, and gas isn't cheap right now. All right, so a few more questions, guys. I'll only be on for about 5-ish more minutes. Fortunately, my brother is the most tenured dealer or trade driver and the largest, I can't read it right now, I have too much caffeine, in Cincinnati, and can get you a good discount. That's awesome. So way better than paying market adjustment. And then Dan says, what's the best way to sell your 2021 Limited with tons of upgrades? Dealers won't pay what you're looking for. So, I mean, it depends on what you're looking for, right? If you're looking for a crazy amount of money that ideally no one would pay, not saying you are, then no one's going to pay it. But if you maybe take some stuff off of the vehicle, you could sell it on the side, because yeah, dealers don't give you crap really for added stuff. I'm not sure if you have an off-road build or if it's a more street build. I'm not sure. But dealers, they like to put stuff on vehicles and charge a crap ton of money, but they don't like to pay you at the same time when you're trying to trade in a vehicle. So Carvana, try some of these online dealers, man, because the online dealers that I was talking to, just, you know, simple VIN and stuff and what the vehicle had, were $3,000, $4,000, $5,000, $6,000 with some of them more than my local Toyota dealership. Now, when we inevitably traded in the RAV like 6 months later, Carvana was still around the same price. All those ones were around the same price of room, but the dealership gave me more because I used a different dealership. They gave me more, and with the tax savings, you got to think about that too. With the tax savings of rolling that into the new vehicle, it kind of evened itself out, and it was a little bit more than what Carvana or Vroom was going to offer me. So I tried those online retailers, try Facebook Marketplace, Craigslist is whatever kind of nowadays, but definitely try those online retailers just to see. And if not, maybe just shop around dealerships and ask them to take the tax credit into consideration to see what, you know, the overall prices, if you're going to be trading in the vehicle, would be. Last couple questions. Edward said that he saw a Platinum Tundra last week and the auto side steps. Any chance that may be in the TRD Pro? You have one on order and waiting. So definitely not from the factory. I don't even think it's an option on Toyota's website for the TRD Pro. But if you buy those parts aftermarket or from just your Toyota parts center, like at the dealership, I mean, you can add anything onto your vehicle that you want to. It's the same truck. It's not like things are significantly different on it. So you can buy them from your Toyota dealership, throw them on your truck, and it should work as advertised. But then again, you got to take into consideration if you have your TRD Pro and you're going over rocks or something like that, things that may get close to your frame, you have those side steps right there that may get crushed or they may get hit. But if you're not going to be off-roading your truck crazy, then yeah, those would be a very, very cool feature to have. And then last question I see from John again, do you have the center console safe in any of your Toyotas? Do you like it? If I would have, or if I had it, do I like it? So I don't. I do want to get one in the new Tundra just because that safe is very big. But I don't have one in any of my vehicles yet. The 4Runner and the Tacoma are just very, very small consoles. I do have the console organizers in them, but I don't have a safe. But if in any of the vehicles I would do, it would definitely probably be the Tundra just because the safe or the console's so big for it that you would have some room on the side. And then Lion Runner just answered your question there too. So what would be the use case? My last resort. Yeah, exactly. So yeah, I mean, there's tons of reasons, you know, to use the safe. You could put your everyday carry in there if you had cash. The safes, they seem pretty secure, some of the ones that I've seen. So it'd definitely be something that I would look into for the future, especially for the Tundra. So guys, I appreciate it. It's been an hour. That was fast. I feel like I talked a lot, but answered a good amount of your guys' questions. I think we peaked at around 34 people. So that's really awesome that 34 of you guys came out to enjoy, you know, a quick little hour of your Thursday before the GR Corolla stuff comes out. So that's going to be very, very cool to watch in the next, 30 minutes or so. So guys, I appreciate it. Thanks, man. Thanks, John. Thanks, everyone. Lion Runner, Edward, Dan, just everyone that sent messages in. I appreciate it. And I'll see you guys in the next one. If you guys like this, then let me know. All right, later, guys.